So at the point of my challenging times, I needed a Christian body where I can join to at least help my faith and help my spirit. And at first, I was at peace. So the first Sunday I went to the church, they called first timers and I came out. They prayed for us. And then when we're standing there, the pastor of the church was like, I want to see you after the service. I told him I want to confide in him, to tell him one of my deepest secrets. He prayed with me and told me I shouldn't feel guilty at all of what I've done before. So I said, okay, thank you so much, sir. The second time was when I went back. And then when I went back, he said I should meet him at the office. So I entered the office. He gave me water to drink. All of a sudden, I started feeling dizzy. I started feeling dizzy. I felt like I was sleepy, but I wasn't sleepy when I was coming. So what happened?
Is this the pastor or someone else?
No, the pastor. The pastor. So he started telling me, you know, you're a beautiful lady. You have a very good body structure. Every man will want to come close. I wish I knew you before now. And oh, I know I'm married, but then, like, do you mind if you can be more closer to me, like, be a friend? And I told him, sir, you're my father. I said, no. And then I stepped out. I reached home. I thought that was all. He started sending me messages, started sending me voice notes, started sending me pictures of his private areas. The first time he sent, I thought it was a mistake, and I replied, sorry, Pastor, I think this is not for me. And he was like, yes, this is for you. I just want you to understand the feeling I have for you.
That's not the pastor. That's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
He kept sending messages, kept calling every day. When I pick, the first thing he draws my attention is, Jesus loves you. Or he can call and say, let me pray with you today. I was led. And then at the end of the call, that's when he will now talk about love. Fast forward, he told me to come. So I went to the office. When he came, he entered the office, and then the same thing he did. He just gave me the water bottle. But I noticed it was already open. The seal was opened already.
You drank it again?
But I drank it. I was thirsty.
You drank it again?
I drank it.
You drank it again?
Yes. I was thirsty. I don't know what came over. I was so thirsty. I had to drink. Then I was sitting on the chair. He sat on the table edge. Then he started touching me, making advances. And then he told me, no matter how I shout, nobody is going to hear me. He was stronger than me. I was vulnerable. He succeeded in raping me. And when I came back to my consciousness, I was just crying. I was so emotional. But I noticed he wasn't bothered. It was something like it was normal to him. Immediately I go back home. I saw his call again. He said on Tuesday Bible study, I should come and see him in church. So I went to church.
You went to church?
Yes.
Who preached?
Him.
And you were seated?
I was seated.
And he was seeing you?
He was seeing me.
And he preached?
He preached.
What was the topic that day?
He was preaching on how some pastors fall, luring other ladies, and how the spiritual life of the lady are not really strong. So he was encouraging the youths to be sensitive and not to just take spirituality casual. He was encouraging the youths to be on fire for God.
Madam, fire for God. You see, this life, they say, well, I feel like bicycle. I don't even understand what's wrong with some ladies. You actually went to church and you discovered that this man of God is not actually real, and you decided to still, follow up. I don't get it. You discovered that when you drank the first water he gave you, your body was never the same. You got home and he invited you over again. You foolishly went back there. What's it mean? I don't even understand. Does it mean that he used jazz to get you, or or is your eye clear? I don't even understand it. You went again, he gave you that same water, you still drank, and you're telling us that you are thirsty. You're very thirsty. That's why I was very thirsty. That is why I drank it. I drank it all. And you became dizzy again. And the man had his way over you. And you now deem it that it's necessary to cover your face and come on this podcast and talk about it. When you had the every opportunity to desist from this same man, and after that ugly incident, he still sent you a message, call you, you responded. Madam, abi block no dey for your phone? He invited you in that same church and you foolishly went to that church again. Be looking at him, he'll be preaching from the pulpit. And your mind will be telling you what? The man is saying the truth. You see, in this life, foolishness, they say this. Let me say ignorant. Ignorant, they say, is a disease. You see knowledge and wise up. As a man, as a woman, you need to wise up. Don't allow people to take advantage of you unnecessarily, like this lady. I don't know if this lady actually have sense or not, or what. Or are you just reluctant of miracle or whatever it may be? I don't even understand it. We are all human beings. And the ability to be wise enough in some certain things to detect where our lives is at risky, the better for us. She discovered her life was at risky with that pastor on time. Out of foolishness, or let me say myopic in nature, she still went back there until the man appear yoku. The man dey reason your my brothers and sisters. Eh? Onye apịara bịa ka ọ wụzi. Imagine eh, the man don sell you bonge and you're now crying out. When you could have saved your face from this kind of ugly situation. Let this be as a warning to many people out there. Use this as an example. Not everyone that call themselves pastors are pastors. The people you are calling daddy in the church, Reverend Father, they are not real. They are sheeps in, let me say, wolves in sheep clothing. Do you understand it? So the earlier you realize the people around you, the better for you. Stay cool, be yourself. Don't allow anybody in the name of I'm a pastor, I am your prophet, I am your bishop to just use you and dump you. Don't give room to that devil. Many are called, but few are chosen. So be wise enough, my correct people. Them some of them will even come while trying to hug you. They go touch your boobs, touch your buttocks. Yes, so make una be careful. Some will come with sugar coated mouth. I say make I inform una now. Make una dey careful of all these kind of pastors. I don talk my own finish o. Wetin una get talk concerning this lady's interview? When I saw this interview, I was like, wetin dey happen? Madam, this your situation, e get as e be o. Na you still use your mouth talk this story. So I no come understand wetin you dey look for exactly where this pastor dey. Pastor, you go church, you tell pastor you wan tell am your story, abi you wan confess your sins? Pastor na your God? Some of you wey dey go meet pastor say you wan confess, pastor, is it a saint? You know the one wey pastor don commit? Una go trust even pastor trust am sef more than una trust una sef. All dey say e be like bicycle. Now you don go nyora you just zoro azoro. You see the problem? You went to poo. Now you don carry disease. Do you get it? Huh? Anyway, my people, make una tell us in the comment section wetin una gat talk concerning this ugly situation. This story get as e be for honestly, I don't know if it's a cook up story abi na real, because I'm still doubting this lady, because every sign was there for her not to go back to that same pastor the second time. But she looked at and foolishly went back there before the man now used her, dump her. My correct people, we're gonna tell us in the comment section if you have this, if you have had this type of experience or seen someone that had this kind of experience that this lady is sharing. Can you just tell us in the comment section what is your advice to our young ladies out there, to our mothers out there, people that value pastors more than they value their lives? Can you tell us in the comment section what you have to say concerning this scenario? Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Turn on the notification button so I get notified of all latest Nigerian news. Mr. TV got you covered. Stay tuned for more.